you? How are things? I suppose a tough way to finish the campaign. How's the mood ahead of this final game of the campaign?
Yeah, it's tough. Obviously, the results haven't went our way recently, but we're wanting to finish it strong at least and get positive results.
What gives you confidence that you can pull off a big result this weekend?
I think we've shown that we can compete. Obviously, the results haven't went our way, but the game at home against Netherlands, obviously I wasn't there, but I thought we played really well and were pretty unlucky, to be honest.
Obviously, it's a difficult week for the manager. He's someone who put a huge amount of faith in you and bringing you into the squad. How would you sum up the part that Stephen Kennedy's played in your career?
Massive part. He's obviously called me in, gave me my debut, and also he's called me up when probably other managers wouldn't. I've not been playing as much as I'd like to, but he showed a lot of faith in me, and I just want to repay him.
What's he like on the day-to-day?
A great guy. I mean, all the lads love him. I think a lot of the nation love him as well. And he gives everything in his job, and we're trying to get results from him, and it obviously hasn't went our way, but we'd love to try and keep him here.
So thanks a million. Best of luck.
Thank you.
I'm Mikey Johnston from Off the Ball. Overall, how have you found your time with Ireland since you came in?
Good. It's been a positive start. Obviously, it's only the start. I've only played 6 games, but and I've only had 1 start. But I think it started well. I've had a lot of praise from various places, and I just want to keep that going and hopefully just keep playing well.
You mentioned not playing as much as you'd like. Celtic, it's very competitive. Is it frustrating not to be getting more game time?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think no player's going to be happy when they're not playing. Ultimately, I think it's up to me. I need to try and force my way into that team. I've obviously got until January to do that, and I'll try and give it everything to do that. But we'll just have to see what happens.
Have you spoke to Brendan Rodgers about it much?
Not much in the last sort of month. We had a little chat. We've had chats here and there, but it's tough decisions for the manager to make, and again, as I say, ultimately it's up to me.
And watching Ian Scales and what he's done, being on the outside now, pretty much one of the starting places, it's pretty positive to see that happening. Yeah,
my mate, it's good to see him obviously playing and doing so well. I'm so happy for him, and it can be done. Of course, he thought he was out the door, and now he's back playing, and he's a regular in the team now, so it can definitely be done.
I don't know if you remember this game, 2018, you played against the Dutch 21s from Scotland.
Yeah, I think I did. Was he playing?
Yeah.
Was he? Yeah.
Just wondering how much you remember of it.
I think we got beat.
No, you won.
Did we? Oh, we won 2-0. 2-1. I remember that game. Fraser, Fraser Hornby scored 2. That one. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, I remember now. Not much, man. I don't know even what age I was. Was it 16 or 17 or something? Was it? Not much, to be fair. I don't know if I gave him a hard time. I don't know. I can't remember much about it, mate, to be honest with
you. Do you remember much about when you played against these players when you look back, last year or the year ago?
It's bits and pieces, but I mean, it's been, as you say, 5-6 years now, and it was at youth level, so it's completely different.
Paul? Mikey, sorry, just you were talking there about not playing as much as you wanted to with Celtic. The fact that these could be Stephen's last games as manager, and you go into January and the window opens, the fact that it could be a new Ireland manager in March, does that heighten the need for you to be out and playing regularly somewhere to impress a new Ireland manager potentially?
Yeah, I'd think so. Obviously, I want to be involved in the Ireland camp. I want to be playing for Ireland, and realistically, if I'm not playing, I won't be getting picked unless, again, I go out and do really well. But it makes it a lot harder. I'm definitely going to have to either force my way into the team or maybe we'll see what happens. I'm not sure what's going to happen in January, but I do want to play.
And if it came down to it, would you consider going abroad again?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say anything bad about Celtic. I'd love for it to happen at Celtic. I'd love for me to play. But I mean, I'm 24 now as well, and I want to play every game.
And just finally, you spoke there about Stephen showing maybe faith in you that other managers mightn't, considering you're not playing as often as you'd like club football. What is it you offer Stephen that he likes so much, do you feel?
I think I just offer something different. to the team, to be honest. Obviously my 1v1 ability and able to sort of make things happen that maybe other players couldn't. But I mean, it's tough to say. It's the manager makes the decision to bring me in, and obviously I need to try and repay him and show what I can do on the pitch.
Like, the manager is renowned for having a big love of wing play and wingers in particular. Obviously, you fall into that category. So what sort of confidence does that give you coming to a camp like this, knowing that you're his type of player, and there's a very good chance you'll enjoy some time on the pitch and some time to impress.
Yeah, I mean, I hope I get some game time here. I'd love to. But again, it does help when the manager obviously has shown faith in me, and he's gave me a lot of confidence to go out and play the way that I want to do it, and yeah, I want to do that again.
And then just in terms of being back at the club, you're the type of player who we've seen comes off the bench and can change a game, can create a spark, bring a bit of magic to a game. Does that help when you're struggling at the club, that you know that if you do get a chance, it's a chance to make an immediate impact with the team?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, if I can make an impact at international level, then I should be able to do that at club level. As you say, it's a big stage, and obviously, if I can show that, then all the better.
David? You kind of touched on it a bit there with all talking about that 21 game, but does it kind of feel that it already is as if you've been through quite a lot in your career, even at the age of 24?
Maybe. I mean, I'd like to have done a lot more at this stage of my career. Obviously, I had a sort of maybe 18 months of quite bad injuries, but I seem to have overcame that now, and I'm playing. But I'd like to have done a lot more in my career by now, to be honest.
Is that because maybe the expectation you would have had on yourself at that point, or maybe that people would have had about you?
Both. I mean, it comes a bit hand in hand. Like, obviously people have expected me to do more, and I expect more from myself. But I mean, there's been a lot of factors to why I haven't done that. Injuries probably been the main one.
Because and then on the injuries, like we were just chatting with Jamie, I think quite a different perspective. But obviously he would have gone to Sligo Megan, for example, and then the manager's not fancy, wasn't anything into squads. Realised and having that kind of perseverance to come through it. You kind of probably need a kind of different type of perseverance when you have to get over those injuries and get that trust back in your body again.
Yeah, what you said at the end there is right. I didn't have a lot of trust in my body at one stage. I was afraid of getting injured all the time and stuff happening, but as I say, I've seemed to come over that. I had obviously an injury at the start of the year, but it was sort of a freak one, and maybe 18 months before that I was fine, like no injuries, so I'm confident again.
Does that impact you even at that time you were even not able to do what you want to do football-wise, outside of football as well?
Yeah, obviously what you do on the pitch affects your life like massively. Every footballer will tell you that, and it's hard to be happy when you're not doing what you love.
Just
That's 5 questions, I think.
Yeah, no, it's just an interesting point, so I was wanting to ask a follow-up on you. Just has that changed with you how you think then? So like not what take happens you to have as a footballer outside of that?
It's tough. It's a tough question, to be honest with you. As you say, it's hard. It's hard to be happy when you're not playing all the time, but you have to sort of, I don't know, detach yourself from football at times.
Aidan?
We spoke to Darryl Shea earlier on about his situation, and there was a spell where he wasn't even on the bench. It's not just he was dropped, he was gone from the squad. He said that was the hardest point. Do you find that as well? Because some weeks you're on the bench, next week you're not gone. That must be difficult. Yeah,
it's a little bit up and down, but it's obviously it's character building. It's where you get your determination and stuff. So like, I've been through this before, and I'll get through it again.
Meaning with the Champions League, it's a stage that every player wants to play on, and because of injuries and then non-selection, must be again you're trying to get on with the Champions League, but it just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, it's not happened yet. Hopefully it does. I mean, a big dream of mine would have been to play in the Champions League for Celtic. Sort of what I wanted to do when I was a boy. So hopefully it happens. But if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world.
Philip?
Yeah, Mikey, just looking up here, you played under Poston, I was going to get it wrong, and Ball. You played under him at Celtic 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You played a fair few games, nearly 20 matches, I think, you did injuries for the end of the season. How did you find playing under him, and just what do you think of what he's doing at Spurs now? Has that surprised you?
Oh, I don't think so. I mean, I think we knew right away that he was a top manager, and he implemented his style of play right away, and he didn't change. And I think that's exactly what he's doing at Spurs. And sometimes people criticise that, but that's what he's going to do, and I think it'll pay off for him.
How was he with you?
It was good. It was really good actually. I played a lot of games up until maybe January, and I got an injury first game in January I think, and then I didn't really play much after that. I was maybe out for 3 months, and then it was sort of tough to force your way back into the team after that, isn't it?
But did he encourage your type of play?
Yeah, definitely.
You were improving under him?
Definitely. I felt as if I was. Yeah, I was playing.
Last one, Ashton.
Yeah, who would you say is the best player that you've ever played with at Celtic?
Celtic. That's a tough question. That's a really tough question. I don't want to leave boys out and stuff, so I don't know if I can answer
you
that.
name one or two that has really impressed your big leaders in the team?
Right now, obviously, there's so many players. I'll talk about right now. There's obviously you've got Callum McGregor, you've got Matt O'Reilly, players like that are top, and obviously the boys that have moved on, boys like Jota. There's so many players you can't name one.
But just clarify, one you're just sorry. Your grandfather's from Derry?
Yep.
Yeah. Is he his name or?
He's dead.
Yeah, but is there still family there, cousins?
Yeah, I've still got loads of cousins and aunties and stuff. My mum was over visiting like last month, actually.
And they're all delighted with the movie made.
Oh, they're all happy.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck.
Thank you.